Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I normally provide some stock analysis and also a short trading lesson at the end. However, in today's video I will not be doing that. This is a special edition video. I'm going to be looking at a new $1 million challenge. I'm going to be explaining it in quite detail, so please watch till the end, and hopefully it may be of interest. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So on the screen you can see the title of today's video, the Trading Secrets $1 Million Challenge. So this is something that I have discussed with my Patreon members in the Discord. Many of them are on board, and we are looking to start this challenge on the 1st of August 2021. I'm going to explain shortly what the details of this challenge are. And if you are interested in this, then obviously details of the Patreon and the Discord are in the description below. So let's get started. First thing I'd like to focus on is a quick recap of a previous video where we looked at the formula for getting lucky. So really I would like everybody to try and have a little bit of a change in mindset when taking on this challenge, and that is looking at preparation, looking at in terms of being ready for the challenge, having a positive attitude, taking advantage of the opportunity, and then obviously participating in the action. And all of those combined will hopefully bring us some good luck. One of the things that inspired me to come up with this challenge was a previous lesson that I covered with regard to compound returns. So let's have a quick recap of this lesson that I covered on compound returns. It was just a very simple question. If you were given a choice between taking $3 million in cash this very instant and a single penny that doubles in value for 30 days, 31 days, which one would you choose? So you have 5 seconds to answer. Imagine it's a real question. Imagine it's a real situation. In 5 seconds, what are you going to choose? So in a real life situation, I would certainly predict 95% of people would pick the $3 million. Obviously, when you do the calculations and you do the formula for in terms of compound returns, if you have a look at the next screen here, this was the correct answer, was take the penny that doubles for 30 days. So if we look at this calculation here, on the 31st day, you're going to have in excess of $10 million. So that was the inspiration, and let's move on towards how we can use this strategy going forward. However, this example I gave was based on 100% return, which is not always possible. So our strategy is going to be a lot more realistic. And the next thing I'd like everybody to do in terms of the mindset when coming into this challenge is try to encompass as many of these 10 millionaire habits as possible. So first one, number one, read consistently. So that's going to refer to do your own due diligence, research the stocks you're investing in, and obviously check the charts, check the prices, etc. So work out, healthy mind. Spend time with successful people. So hopefully as a Discord, as a Patreon group, as a successful group of investors, the intention is to help each other and obviously learn from each other as well. So have goals and pursue them. So obviously I'm going to create the goal here. I'm going to share the goal and the dates, everything here shortly with you as well. So get up early. The earlier you get up, the more time you have in terms of the day to plan your day and plan your investments. Have multiple sources of income. So hopefully if everybody has another job, this will be an additional source of income, but certainly look at other sources of income as well. So find and check in with mentors. So hopefully within the Patreon and the Discord, when we have more members, we can have more mentors, more experts, and the Patreon that I have and the Discord that I have currently, it is growing. It's not a huge group at the moment, but hopefully it will grow. We are all positive, so obviously we'll look at the positive side of things. So for example, we're all upset with MMAT at the moment, how that bad last is doing, but from a positive point of view, it's a great time to average down, and it's also a great opportunity to buy some shares cheap. So don't always follow the herd. So obviously make the decisions based on good intelligence, good due diligence. So don't just follow everybody else. They are polite and use good etiquette. So again, respect each other, respect the decisions. If you disagree, then let's be polite about it. Okay, let's move on. The next slide I'd like to share with you on the screen here is only for people who are using Trading 212 in the UK. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is I would like everybody to consider the ISA for this challenge, and the reason why all investments made in an ISA are tax-free. So basically, as it says on the screen here, you will not be paying income tax or capital gains tax. You do not need to declare any profits that you made in an ISA so long as your investment does not exceed £20,000. So that's great news for everybody in the UK trading in the ISA for Trading 212. So that's what I will be using for the challenge. So unfortunately, I don't think there is a similar scheme in the US or elsewhere, but you can certainly investigate. From what I've seen, I don't think there's a similar scheme there. So you may have to investigate capital gains tax and other taxes liable. However, in the UK, great advantage we have. If we are successful in this challenge, the money we will make will be tax-free. So let's now move on to the strategy. So the strategy here on the screen here. So the strategy will be similar to day's trading, similar to swing trading, but the difference is it must include full reinvestment of all previous profits into a new single trade to achieve the compound return. So I'm going to call this compound return investing. Okay, so let's have a look at the dates that I'm proposing to start this challenge. So the challenge is going to be starting, proposed date 1st of August 2021. I think one of the reasons for that is many people do get paycheck at the end of the month, so that's one good reason. The estimated end date is also 1st of August 2024. So we have had a good discussion of this in the Discord, and if you can see, I've given a 3-year date. Some people were suggesting it could be done in 1 year, it could be done in a shorter time period. However, I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative and plan a more realistic approach, even though it's a big challenge. And just a quick shout out to one of the Discord members who said, yes, I agree, Rome is not built in a day. So I thought that was a great quote. Okay, so this next slide is very, very important to try and understand. So let me go through this. First of all, the stock market is open approximately 250 days a year. Obviously weekends it's shut, and then we have bank holidays, etc. So in 3 years we're looking at approximately 750 days of trading. So in terms of the calculation I'm going to share with you shortly, total trades required to achieve a target of $1 million if we start from $1,000 is 201 trades. So that is going to be depending on an average return in each trade of 3.5%. So if we can achieve an average return in each trade of 3.5%, then we will need 201 trades to get from $1,000 to $1 million. I'm going to show you how that may look like in a minute. But basically this is based on a compound calculation where your initial investment is always reinvested, including all the previous profits. The whole amount must be reinvested in a single stock. Let's now have a look at the calculation. Okay, so I've just chosen a simple compound interest calculation website here. So if we go to this website here, we click on daily compounding here on the screen, and then we go in, we click in our amount, which we're going to put in as $1,000. So we'll put that in now, $1,000. The interest rate, which is the same as profit return on each share, is going to be 3.5%. So we'll put that in. So it's $1,000. We're looking at getting back 3.5%. The number of days we're going to continue this strategy for is 201 days. So we're going to reinvest at the bottom. You can see 100% of the investment and the return for 201 days. 201 trades. And let's see what happens. So if we go down, we include weekends because it's not, the days are, in our case, is going to be referring to trades. Okay, the start date, I'm just going to change that and change that to the 1st of August 2021. However, that's the start date, but remember this calculation will be based on 1 trade per day, but that's not what we're doing. We're going to be basing this on over the 201 trades over 3 years. So here we go, here's the projection. So the projection is, if we can do 201 trades, 3.5% on each trade, that's our return, $1,006,955 $2.57. So at the right there, you can see it's 201 days, but in our case, it's going to be 201 trades. The interest is the profit. And obviously, if you do one a day, which is, I think is going to be very, very difficult, then that will be your projected date. Ours is going to be more based on a strategy, which I'm going to share with you shortly as well. But for us, the end date is going to be August 2024. What I'd now like to share with you is a trade sheet, which I'm going to be providing to the members in the Discord. So let's have a look at this sheet, which will illustrate the return according to each trade. So if we'll see here, we have the trade number, the dates, 3.5% return expected on each one, total compound return, and the balance held. So this is going to be based on a starting balance of $1,000. There's another option here at the bottom. You can see if you want to start with around about $1,500 for people a little bit more risk, more people prepared to take a risk. So let's have a look at expected date November 2021. So this is the first date that we're looking at around about 2xing. So this is something I'm calling the momentum phase. So this will be based on the 18th or 19th trade, moving down around about 36th trade, which I'm estimating around about February 2022. We're looking at a return around about $3,500. There is one Discord member who wants to jump in at around about $5,000. That's fair enough. However, it's not something I would recommend, but if $5,000 for you is okay, then that's an option to start at trade 46. No problem there. Estimated date, this is now based on everybody who starts with $1,000 at the beginning on day one. You're looking at something that I will call the happy phase. So your $1,000 converted into 6,000. Moving down, we've got the August 22nd. August 2022, I'm going to call this the confidence phase, where we've converted our 1,000 into about 12,000. Moving down, November 2022, this is the serious phase, I'm going to call this. We're looking at possible return of $22,000 plus, and each return will give us 773-ish. Now, February 2023, this is the belief phase. This is where our return is around about 42,000. May 2023, I'm going to call this plan your life phase. So now we're looking at an amount around about $78,000. Moving on, August 2023, we're looking at a new mindset phase. So, you know, the balance should be $141,000 based on 3% trade. We should have completed 144 trades by now. So 162 trades. This may be around about November 2023. This is called the 80% dropout phase. I do believe many people, if we get to this stage, will drop out because the money will be just too much of an attraction to carry on. You know, we're looking at in excess of $250,000. So no problem with if you want to drop out, that's fine. Moving on, February 2024. Again, we're getting close to $500,000 here. This is, I'm going to call this the spend some money phase. So, you know, you've got $500,000 there. Let's go for it. Final phase is the jackpot phase. This is called the buy Ali a Starbucks phase. You've just basically achieved your $1 million. And as far as I'm concerned, I would like you to invite me for a Starbucks to the nearest Starbucks where you are. I'll come over and we'll share the good news together. So that is my interest in this for all the Discord members. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's move on now to the spreadsheet that I've created. So shout out to my brother who's helped with calculations and inserting links from Google Finance into here. So I'm just going to share with you how we're going to work together as a group to achieve this. So on this spreadsheet, I'm going to insert in excess of possibly 50 stocks. We'll have the tickers, we'll have the company name. I will research each stock and in terms of the price and the charts and the support levels over the previous 3 months, and then I will insert a target price in the third column there. So you'll have a target price. So that target price will give you an idea of should this stock be a buy, should it not be a buy. Okay, and then you'll have the current price there. That will be automatically calculated. You don't need to do anything with this spreadsheet. It will be available. It will be shared with you exclusively. And the important thing to look at is going to be color coordinated. So we've got at the top red. Red is going to indicate that this stock might be a risky buy. Green is going to indicate that this could be in the buy range, where it could give you a 3.5 plus percentage return. So obviously that's going to help our decision making a lot easier. So that's going to be before you enter into this stock, purchasing this stock, you will be expected to carry out your own due diligence and research first into the stock, because obviously, you know, I'm not a financial advisor and everything here is for entertainment purposes only. We have an orange color code there, so that's basically to say that the current price is close to the highest it's ever been in a year, possibly a risky buy for that particular stock. And then we have a purple color here that will automatically be flagged up, and that will show that the current price is more than 35% lower than the 52-week high, possibly a potential buy. So for each color, it will give you an indication. So when you're choosing stocks, the key thing I'm going to remind you of is, first of all, we're not using penny stocks in this challenge. We're not using risky stocks in this challenge. We're not using stocks which could be extremely volatile. So the key decision in this challenge will be to use low risk stocks. So those will be identified in green, and medium risk stocks, those will be identified in yellow. If members do want me to add in riskier stocks like penny stocks, such as I would consider ABML a penny stock, Lucon Technology would be a penny stock, so they will not be in this challenge. There are many others that will not be in this challenge, so we'll be focusing on low risk stocks and medium risk stocks. So let me now share with you at the bottom of the screen there, you will also be given an individual sheet. On that sheet will be where you record personally each trade yourself. So for example, let's just say an example, you bought Tesla on the 15th, you record that there. What was your buy price? What was your sell price? What was your gain? So that will be your personal spreadsheet provided to you to record every trade. Your objective will be to get to the 201st trade. Okay, so let me just clarify some of the details on the screen here. Just to summarize again what I talked about, you do not need to buy and sell on the same day. You can even wait a few days, a few weeks, but we were looking for an average trade duration of around about 3 to 4 days in order to get to the $1 million target by August the 24th, 2024, sorry. On some days you could make 2 or 3 trades, which is okay, and obviously that will allow you to wait longer for a 3.5% return on other trades. So sometimes a stock may not be moving. So that's the guidance there. On the next screen here, you'll see that what I've said here is we're going to be focusing again on low and medium risk stocks, and we will avoid the more risky stocks. The other recommendation I'm going to ask everybody to do is obviously use a 10% stop loss in each trade. Okay, so if we have a look at the next screen here, basically the other instruction that you need to be aware of is you do not actually have to cash out at 3.5% return. That's not, that's not the actual exact figure. You can ride the stock up to where you're happy with, but one thing I would recommend is always pull out with profit. So if you gain 4%, 5%, 8%, 10%, what we don't want is for that 10% profit to turn into an 8% loss. So that's not the objective of the challenge. So getting back into the same stock is also okay, especially if there is a significant pullback. So if we look at the chart here, the objective is to ride up the wave and cash out at profit. And another thing I will help you with regards to how your trades are doing is just with some basic calculations as we're going along. So this is a sample specimen calculation. So for example, if these are your first or last 10 trades, as an example, trade 1, 5% profit, trade 2, 6% profit, trade 3, 8% profit, trade 4, 3% loss, trade 5, 6% profit, trade 7, 3% loss, trade 8, 10% profit, trade 9, 8% profit, and trade 10, 2% loss. So let's just say these are your 10 trades. What we do here is we need to remember the focus is on trying to get an average of 3.5% return. So we add up all the profits, take away all the losses, that gives us a number of 35. We divide that by 10, which is a number of trades, and that gives us a return so far of 3.5%. What that basically means is your average returns are still on track to get to that target of $1 million by the 1st of August 2024. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so finally, if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and also if anybody is interested in this challenge, which I expect to start on the 1st of August 2021 this year, please click on the description below for details of the Discord and the Patreon. You can start the membership from just $9, and it'll be great to welcome you on board, and further details can be shared in the Discord as well. So thank you very much for joining me. Please stay tuned.